Hello Virgo, welcome to the part 2, the extended part of your reading. And in this reading we are going to perform for each month. We will see developments, the most dominant energy in that month. Of course, in a month there can be many developments, but this reading is designed you to bring, to extract that most dominant energy that may be relevant for the month. Again, it's a general reading. It is not going to resonate or actualize for everyone. That's why check your please other astrological associations. If you find yourself clicking this video, please know that in the public videos, first we did the hopes, highlight and the guidance. We have explored these cards in detail. Please check back that first and then please revisit this video once again. But if you have watched the first part, then there is no problem. Plus, thank you very much for joining me in the extended. Now, let's explore our cards one by one. My also here throughout the readings, the curiosity of these cards in me is strong because sometimes these cards also show up with the other tarot deck in a month. So if we catch a chariot, a hermit or a moon, this can be very important. We will be also seeing the events coming with it. So this is a really exciting reading series that I'm very happy with its formulation. Now, oops, not yet. Now, I want to ask to the tarot gods, we have done the January in the public video. Now, I want to ask tarot gods what Virgo needs to know for February. What is the dominant energy for February for Virgo consciousness? This is for Virgo consciousness. We have the card of the Hierophant. Okay. Hierophant energy in February: marriages, authority figures, companies, places with a higher rank, status, or rules, a convention. What is the ideal thing to do in a situation? The wisdom. Also, a desire to communicate, a teaching ability, teaching skill, something that we may be mastering, okay, and getting this conventional information day by day, your master plan, your faith in something, the new ideal, okay. Now these things are likely to emerge, and now, I do feel some Virgos has a community or a place, close circles, maybe family member, friend network, but there is one person among them who is proving themselves undependable. I feel like there is a here greed situation that you are trying to understand why. Let's say there is this share of things, some things needs to be shared, and one person like though much wants more than it, is not accepting the equal share. So you are here questioning a person's intention. Maybe with this person you were connected through a convention, a network, as something with rules. I also feel like there is this elder person who has maybe had a couple of things. Maybe this was their inheritance, or they wanted to, there is this promise going on, like some people will be loyal to something, but you are seeing like one person do not stay like loyal to it, or asking it maybe much more than their that share of right, okay, like the shareholders, for instance. So we have this situation as an obstacle to overcome. I also feel that you learn something, yes, in the physical or mental level. Something is gonna leave you wiser in the end, and you may also decide to take a long journey, or at least like start to plan for one. I do feel like you are in some kind of a research there. This February will make some messages surface in your life. Definitely hear them out. And they are the really wisest messages that can come to you that you may want to implement. I also feel this student-teacher relationship here. I also feel there is this truth that you put close to your heart, and that truth is like sense of justice to you. You are not gonna give it up, and actually in the situation, rather than justice, you wanna let your, just a sec, you wanna let your conscience to be the guide for you, kind of thing, I do feel. Okay. Now, another thing here is that you may time to time want to, throughout February, quiet yourself, and actually maybe through a vacation you will be also planning later, like there is an opportunity for you to get away from some things, and you want to maybe, hear some answers there. I do feel that there is this hearing, like time to time, it does not like come into words to you, maybe. Like there is this words, I mean, how to say, I do feel you need some words to complete your thoughts or to write, but actually it asks you to first make this deep hearing. That deep hearing can be very much vague or amorphous, or it may have that visceral feeling. But I think you're gonna get the message there, okay? Because here there is also something with regards to the higher consciousness as well. There are realizations this February, and it is actually a kind of an internal process there. Just a sec, okay. It's a kind of an internal process there. You are not judging on the person who is like making you maybe who is proving themselves independable. Actually, you are trying to overcome the problem that they created, I think. So, and for this, it is like knowing that you got to follow some rules there. This type of thing. Just a second. Okay. Okay, now let's look at the March. The March has come with the Temperance, the Hierophant and the Temperance. By the way, this is becoming now your second major arcana card there. Also, the amount of the major arcana cards that we find in a yearly reading is also important. So because these cards are, the minors are more of like a daily concerns or that daily energy, but majors are more of like a major energy pattern there. So this is going to be important. Just a second. Okay, Virgo. Now, okay, cats here at the background is a bit. I have purchased something with. It gives pheromones. What is the English word? Like it gives that comfort, relax spray. So when, for instance, they cannot share a toy or they start to fight. So my vet has told me that I have to, you know, bring that. It's a poof poof you make, and so they get relaxed and not fight kind of thing. And as there are cats in my house, so that's why I also made them relax throughout the reading. As of course their energy is great because cats really cleans your environment from negative energy there. Oops, just a sec. Okay, now Virgo. Here, the Temperance in the March has a message for us. And let's get the tea leaf cards. So, as I have mentioned, the amount of the major arcana cards are very important. We have the Old Man. This may include the energy of the Hierophant. So as I have mentioned, there was an old person there. I do feel some Virgos maybe go through something like, again, with the shareholders' inheritance or a particular maybe property, material aspect of life is very much you feel occupied there. Now, I think you are successfully overcoming that problem that you went through in February. And here then, a situation here is gaining a mutual ground. You got to pay your attention. This psychic ability energy is important because I think this is what you try to hear. I was also describing in the Hierophant, this hearing the message and then like applying to some kind of a situation, or you know, trying to find what would be the best thing to do in a situation. This is going to be also important through March, but I think you are trying to hear a secure finance or remove an obstacle. You are going to remove a particular difficulty about finance by following some certain rules or maybe the dealings with the older man. So this is some kind of situation it seems you will likely to handle. So there can be communications. Maybe you will be you will try to find a mutual background, mutual ground with this person. Plus I do feel like there are, you know, the material needs or the material foundation of life will be, I think, very important in this first 3 months. Like we also talked about some opportunities here. This is maybe when you tap into that that it has maybe some bureaucratic situations or what you need to try to handle, that it will all unfold. So that opportunity you take is lucrative, but at the same time it comes with some extra things that you need to pay attention maybe. I feel there can be a consular at the background, that you may maybe get a second opinion. I also feel the situation you will overcome this in a perfect way, as we have the bridge there. Also, like finally finding the bridging idea, very interesting. Hierophant, also the bridge, by the way, the person esoterically who provides a link between the beyond and what is down to earth. So he receives the message, he brings it to the down to earth, he interprets that, the card of the translator, interpreter as well, in a mundane interpretation. So here, that bridging, to form that bridge for you will be important. No aggressiveness here, just you got to see how you can really bridge situations. But if you feel like you need to change a person, or if something has like ended and you had this consular, now you got to change it, or that can be a new person, what I'm trying to say, that you will get this concealing energy, or a person who knows. There is also some trials and temptations. Trials and temptations is here what is maybe challenging, something underneath of your situations. But I think this is all going to lead you to some kind of an integration. Remember, your guidance is Chariot. Chariot itself is overcoming the obstacles, and what is unknown, what is that temptation, deceit, things, anything, it's actually don't look back, just face right to it. And by making this very grounded steps, you can really handle this. The middle way is very important for you. The path of moderation is very important for you. And through acting in moderation, you can conquer the Chariot, your fears, the moon and the devil. Once again, one of the fundamental messages of your reading is, through acting in moderation, you can conquer your fears, okay? And also, the purity shines forth kind of energy, okay? So you will be, this 3 months actually putting you into a state where a period of growth, also stretching yourself a bit spiritually, okay, through allowing the inner growth is very much necessary. You will arrive at a point of profound realization, and this is what also Hermit wants to achieve, that, as it is also the card of the hopes. So this card was actually your hopes. Now, temper sometimes is temperance, and there is this word, when we lose our temper, our state of balance, we are prone to anger or rage in life, right? So temperance, when we lose our temper, we say, actually when we lose our temper, we lose our state of balance. So here, that's why the middle way will be important. The circumstances putting you also something to occupy yourself, like the energy comes to you. So there is nothing here to make you depressed or overly excitable. And of course, in life, actually, our problems usually, they continue until the internal conflict is resolved, right? The problem actually very much the outer, what is visible in the outer as a problem is actually also a part of our internal conflict. And sometimes internal conflict in us, they are caused by the disharmony of our desires. Okay? So here, don't compromise your values, I will say. Sometimes, you know, people as we are, we found ourselves in struggling to resist certain attractions. So when we struggle to resist that certain attractions, we actually may have to later compromise our values. This is the energy. When you compromise your values, then this means actually a person who leads into temptation. There you go, devil. Now, and the moon, without unconsciously going toward that. What was your highlight? The moon and the devil. So, in this situation, in this 3 months, make sure, okay? Now, $1 million advice for you. $1 million advice for you, because it's gonna save you time, Virgo. It's gonna save you many things. Whatever you go through, love, finance, work, family, don't lead yourself by certain attractions in which you need to compromise your values. Okay, so in a way, don't lead to temptation there. This is what is usually inner conflict comes from. Okay, dear Virgo friends, I'm sure my Virgo friends will take this advice to their heart, because and they can see also the practical use of it, right? So I also feel some certain things here offered by this devil energy in the temptation sense can be also something like some unsustainable pleasure, let's say, or something in that nature. It may dictate of the conscience. I mean, there can be a dictation of your conscience. You know, you will be challenged by that. And sometimes with the moon and devil energy, now here actually we get out this pool and we are meant to actually go in between these towers to face our situation. Now, sometimes, how far can we go without hurting ourselves and others become a problem? Sometimes where we want to draw that line on ethics, okay? How clear is the boundary here between right and wrong? So here actually, this is what you are, I think, constantly challenged. Just make sure it is not going to, you are not going to compromise your values, okay? So determine those values, okay? Determine those values, what is really important for you. The rest is just, it's gonna come by itself. So, well, it is getting very interesting with this reading, but why don't we get now, I have lately attained these decks, little decks, okay, and they are first time I'm using it here in the channel. Actually, for you, at this point, I think this is where your hero journey can start. So you were getting prepared for it in this 2 months. I'm gonna get the hero journey oracle now, and let's shuffle, 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 and get one card. Okay, Virgo, you give me a hug, okay? You give me a big hug. What I was talking to you, you need to bridge the things, right? As well. be the bridge and the bridge. Expand your consciousness to behold both worlds from the Hierophants, and here you may want to bring really two different things together rather than make them stay in opposition, encouraging those people in the situation also to not to compromise also their values. Okay, it's very important. This is how some Virgos here. I sometimes think the Chariot Prince like a person, a spokesperson who is like talking. It's a TV speaker, like, or a platform speaker. I don't know if there is a particular platforms also here. Hierophant is also the groups and organization that you need to here get in contact or lead or something in that nature, by the way. In love, when you do not compromise your values, you will achieve love and respect from the partner as well, okay? Some sacrifices can be made. This is a different thing. But in the bridging, okay, what is gonna keep that bridge is that structures there needs to some elements to keep that bridge, and this needs to be based on the values there. So your values will be very important. Now, by the way, we will have the Scorpio Taurus axis in terms of the nodal transits, and 18 months you are gonna get this trine angle to your sun. If you have Venus, Mars, Pluto, other planets in Virgo, you will get this beautiful trines from Taurus. This is the sign to get you to the place, okay? My mom is a Virgo, and she's a Mars, Venus, Mercury, North Node, Pluto, and Sun sign Virgo. She's like the ultimate Virgo. She's the ultimate Virgo queen, and I was checking her natal chart. She was retired, and for instance, I was also telling her, you're gonna get this really nice trines from Taurus. She's retired actually. She's not thinking to work again. She's over 60, by the way, but she wasn't. But I said this summer, Mom, there is a highlight here. We also checked it also with tarot. You're gonna get this particular job offer, not to like being like a new beginner starter, but a place where who wants to benefit from your experience, from your fields. My mother is a maths teacher, by the way, and she was a school manager, always with kids, and always tried to really. She was a teacher in very difficult neighborhood schools, but she really tried to educate those people that brought them opportunities, also to especially make the kids, to practice also not only with school but hobbies and extra lessons who will support their talents. She all find sponsors for them, many things. She really tried to give these to these people who also comes from a very lower income base. She has made all over 30 years. She has this experience. I said, you're gonna get this this job offer, Mom, if you really want, step into that. It's really great. And this North Node in Taurus really giving her a great a new daily routine in her chart. So again, I mean, it's great for Virgos. Definitely, it's gonna be great for Virgos. This year, make the most of it, Virgo, okay? This year, make the most of it. So, let's see April now. Okay, I keep getting this card, you know. I keep getting this card. We have the Page of Wands there. Now, there is something fresh there. Page of Wands energy is always this launch. We have the legal involvement. We have someone new is entering to your life. Some family sorrow. And beware of self-delusion. Now, Virgo, April is a month in which there is a particular legal ground to something you are discovering, or a legal situation's tail end is affecting you in a way you can benefit from it. I feel there is an inner family situation here still going on, and there is a new person coming in your life. This can be also romantically or in the, you know, interaction business wise. Maybe a new, I don't know, I feel this new consular energy or someone, that go-to person. You just need to keep it real. Beware of the self-delusion. Stay away from, you know, like an ideal or a projection. Just, you got to keep your reality checked out, okay? This can be also something with trust. Here can be tested maybe with a family member. Here we have the Choose Peace card. Make sure your new steps here will bring peace to anyone, because here I also feel you try to find a solution for a subject, and your interactions, again, that bridge energy, that mutual ground, that peace. It's like there are these parts of a situation, and definitely extremes and is not the way here to follow through. We have the Lovers. This is a beautiful card to have. I feel some agreement is taking place here. In terms of love, there is this coming together, some promises maybe is given with a loved one. This can be also marriage energy, like really tying the knot. You may be meeting with a goal-oriented person. Depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Maybe in your actions you are not feeling that you are supported by others. Period of frustration, lessons to be learned, and also getting together with friends. Now here there is a particular goal. Now maybe that bridge energy, that mutual ground energy, now coming to for you to in which side you will be from now on. So at some point this may come to here, you know, a situation in which you have to take sides. And as you make your choice, sometimes we cannot make everyone happy as a result of our choices. So that's why for you, that depression, anxiety, period of frustration, you are like, am I gonna get supported in this? But the friend energy here, there is a particular occasion which is bringing you to together with friends. And I see a person there who is, oh, let's get the wild offering there, who is really taking you like to some kind of a finish line there. Lovers is also matters of choices when it comes to your values. It is gonna happen in the divine timing. The divine brings things in the timing that we need. Nothing comes before we are prepared, nor leaves too early. May always trust your perfect and holy timing, it says. And here I do feel like the main energy is then bringing you into events and situations. It's gonna feel on time. Either the difficult feelings, okay, is just a part of the process, but you're gonna also find a lot of support, a lot of from some people that you are friend with, but not maybe like from a family member or a partner. What I'm trying to say is that here there is a bit of division, but this is not because of you. This is just a situation comes in a time where people need to actually take some maybe sides in something. And if a person is like judging you because you are choosing something in that way, then that person is not like your supporter, okay? Sometimes people very much early judging, but they are not really asking that person why they are making that choice, okay? Usually people do not really know what you go through or the reasons that you have made that choice or that has led you to your choice, but they become that very opinionated, early judging. They have every time something to say, criticize, but actually they do not simply ask, right? And asking someone always initiates that interaction as well. So now the lover is actually, in a way, in the divine timing, if there is a situation like family based or a partner based, you're gonna realize that you are not lonely, though it may feel like, but you are not lonely, okay, in the situation. You're gonna realize that there is no actually separation in this, okay? There is a connection that actually you will be attracted to those that you are wishing to merge, okay? Self-love, confidence is very much important. Self-love means when people do not support you, let's say, appreciate you in your choices, or you feel this alone. Self-love means to give that unconditional love to yourself, okay? This is self-love. Self-love is not about how beautiful eyes I have, or leg, or hair, or this type of thing. It's not in that sense. But unfortunately, people sell that concept in that sense. I do feel there is here a period for you starting for some lasting relationships, like a true merge with a person. Like you're gonna find that united feeling that I do feel. So sometimes in life we seek to unite with others, just as we seek peace within ourselves, right? And we have this choose peace energy, but but this is actually the dilemma in the lovers. And I always say it, the lovers is such a card that the tension of separation facilitates our desire to reconnect. And actually our very separatedness becomes the basis of our love, as we want to reach the other. And actually the desire to reconnect is the driving force, so that we can come to that unification within, unification of the opposites within, in order to know that inner balance. That's why we most of the time say in the love affairs, shall I reach out? Shall I connect? Shall I reconcile with him, with her? Actually, we want to find our own inner balance there. actually we seek all that we are missing in order to make us also whole. So this is the polarity in the lovers, okay? Which you can understand your May in many layers, but in a way, this is also one of the aspects you take, okay? So something will make you like feel first separated, but then actually making you united with something else, which can really produce that wholeness in that paradigm for you. Okay, Virgo. Now let's check the June. Divine timing in May. Wow. Divine timing in May. The June comes with the King of Cups. You have a King of Cups in your story. Let's find out the message of this king now, or what kind of a situation that is being unfolded with this king. Okay, so okay, let's get this too. We have romance, celebration, party, the spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Wow. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Wow. And there is a person, Virgo, who is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Okay, there is a person who is gonna maybe create any trouble or a particular difficulty for you when you want to connect with the object of your desire. Maybe there is here a particular gathering or an interaction, but here increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals, bringing us to Chariot. And it says charge ahead with confidence, stay strong and focus. So here absolutely June is like, okay, this is really go ahead, and you know it's the month for definitely you can do it, like definitely you can progress in this with headstrong energy. This person, to me, it feels well, they can be really there is here a trouble maybe they create, but when you become more actually go towards this situation to face it, they won't be, I think, in the way anymore. Let's get a spirits. Oh, this deck we have used. I'm getting the decks we used here separated. Every time I want to use a different oracle card. The spirit animal message. Dragon, supernatural. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. Well, this is a great encouragement to have, that how you gonna increase your efforts if you wanna achieve this. You have the ability to tap into that ancient wisdom, how you can really grasp the opportunity, refocus and direct your intention, and getting literally what you want there. Okay, I don't say these words very easily in the readings. When I just see it, I say it, okay? And this is one of the months. Let's check in July. Let's check in July. So what Virgo needs to know. Okay. We have the Knight of Wands. Oh, some very sudden developments, some very sudden arrivals, or it may indicate travel as well. Let's see the context of cards there. Also very sudden decisions about something. We have the Dark Man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. Period of prosperity and abundance, there you go. Heartache over what you no longer have, and someone will try to make you do something against your will. Now, look, you can shift at will. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. Here, you are faced with a strong opposition. Again, there is a person here who is one or two, but they constantly trying to create that obstacle, literally, like, and these two cards with the wedge and the club create problem there. But what was that? This was Chariot. This is your guidance. And remember what I said about that devil and the moon, how you need to go towards and face with that fears. So here, I don't know this time if they try to eliminate a particular resource for you, or we have the dark man. Maybe, no, this can be either like who is like at the same page with you, or maybe this person is that someone who is trying to make you do something against your will, forcing into something. And maybe Knight of Wands, they are like coming very sudden and headstrong, and maybe gonna tempt you into something like using a fear. Okay, because we have the devil here, so there are people who is trying to get you into that temptation, like trying to create a particular feed a fear there. That's how they may be gonna manipulate. But of course, dark man can be also, dark man's energy can be also in your side too there. I want to get one card, a guidance for that. What Virgo needs to do. Chariot is always the guidance. So how you actually overcome your fears and be the victor there. Now, you have the enough capacity to deal with situations. Empower, phonics, fire activations bring creative and spiritual freedom. Okay, so if there was a desire there, which was not aligning with your values, or a desire which has made you to compromise your values, that desire maybe won't be in your life. Actually, the energy wants you to regain those values, always encouraging you to implement that values. Plus, this may be also a turn point, which a relationship between you and the person, due to their very instant action, but you will like respond to them, but it's like they wouldn't expect that from you, Virgo. Okay, you're gonna give them a response that they wouldn't, I think, expect to get from you. Let's see what is going to happen by August. So August energy for Virgo, please. August energy for Virgo. You see the strength now. Okay, so the strength card, have you manage control over your situations? Taking the bull, right? Taking the bull by the horns. Taking the bull by the horns. It's like this 3 months, okay, is a way for you to show really strength. And you the strength card actually is the card when we say fear does not hold us hostage. Okay, strength card always sees us through our hardest moments. It wants to again bring Leo qualities there: courage, sometimes spontaneity, leadership, and self-confidence. Actually, again, that's the devil and the moon, controlling our fears by relying upon our inner strength, and so that respected as someone because you show courage and determination to succeed. This is going to start chain of events that will affect your life, which is ultimately is bringing success for you, making you climb towards success. At some points there is this empty barrel energy. Why, you know, love, money, or goal, what is really lacking in my life? There is this existential questioning, and time to act, lion. I was talking about the Leo qualities. So here actually this, you see Virgo, you again, this is gonna produce some result, and you're gonna patiently deal with that, I think. You really take heart despite setbacks here. But maybe you say, why I have to do this? Why I have to now deal with this? You go like, oh my God. And why, you know, it's like I keep like dealing. Now, where is my prize? Where is my reward? But actually circumstances within them are very rewarding. And this is actually, the ladder is also, it is making you to gain a one step further to that successful point. And some chain results where you can also observe chain events, which can really observe the synchronicity through that. Okay, synchronicity through that, through these events. Again, August, be flexible, maintain your composure, refuse to get angry, take time and deal calmly with any kind of frustration that may rise. And actually, what is the strength energy? The strength is having victory. Having victory, chariot, over our inner temptations and fears through self-control. The devil and the moon is still at work there. Do you understand? This is really putting you into your own hero's journey. We have the abundance mindset. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. Wow, this is a really a good advice to give, because this is also understanding that this energy that you try to deal with is not something like a reward future related thing. Everything is in the moment with its immense capacity to bring and tap to that abundant energy. Definitely follow that. This can be in the form of success. This can be in the form of surprise. This can be in the form of to have a particular position in a place. Okay? Throughout this process, you got to forgive the imperfections. Okay? And also need to come from a compassion energy as well. Okay? It is actually in general, if you ask me, now we came to August with the devil's strength, lovers, king of cups, temperance energy, hierophant, devil and the moon. All the year is trying to make you to achieve a soft control and like persuade and working with your inner guidance. Actually, you are able to influence a lot of things here, but absolutely there is this particular there is a here, you are a role model for a person. You are a big role model. Maybe you do not realize that, but you are a role model for that person. I want to get now a card for the September, please. Now we have the King of Swords energy. This may include that legal situation that we had in April. Okay, a legal situation. Also, we are reminded some rules. A communication, which is reminding us some rules or what we need to follow in a situation. If we feel that some enemies are working against us in a way that in a situation there is a force which works against us, we have an announcement maybe coming from this king. There is a financial pinch, and remember your abundance mindset, and time to get out of a situation, like understanding you have no longer participants in something, like you gave or you did anything you can give, and from now on for you there is a new path there, and you will be announced that actually the time you get out of a situation, those enemy or what has been opposing you won't be functioning anymore. We have the vulnerability, also understanding our own vulnerability, right? This is a confirmation that you are seeking to tread into the unknown, unfamiliar territory, where decisions are based more on intuition than rationality. Don't let fear hold you back or allow a misguided sense that feeling vulnerable is somehow a negative condition. Feeling vulnerable is not a negative condition. It is actually a point where you decide for how you can survive in a situation. Here we are reminded, and I think there is this flag with the King of Swords. There is a limit to something. This is how you are understanding, like from now on, okay, the fear does not, yes, affect me, but I had a limit into getting into that. The rest of this is not my concern. Okay, so from this you get out. But I think you will given enough chance to move towards that tunnel where maybe it felt like unknown, unfamiliar for you. What I get from this is that there is this, for instance, a tunnel. It's like, let's say, for mining, and it's very deep. And sometimes, you know, remember these geology people who are like visiting first time mapped places of mining, different type of geographical structures. They are the first people discover and climb that place or get down in that tunnel, whatever. You know, in that geological, for instance, discoveries, people who are like climbing into that things or geographical places, they of course map when they do that, because it's a research. But there are points, of course, they go unknown and they still actually actualizing the chariot there. But from a point, they know that it is very risky to go beyond that. There is a cave here in the southern side of my country. It's like it is like in the sea, but you dive it, and at some point you come out, and then you again go, I mean, to come to that place where there is oxygen, you need to go underneath that water tunnel, and then come out, and then again go with that into that tunnel. There is also another place you are coming out, but at that point they do not take away their that, you know, seaman has that. It's like astronauts. They don't get their headset off because there is a particular, there is a gas there. It may not be so good to inhale. So they go with precautions. There they stop and then come back. But throughout that process, they are discovering enough. So here there is a particular pinch in that level. You can also take it like that. Like you make enough discovery for it, but then you got to come back because what you get out from that tunnel. Okay, this is you accept also your vulnerability there, but it is still a lot of discovery. So I think this is a very valuable mount in terms of accessing that type of information, if you ask me. Now let's have October. Let's get your tea leaf cards first and then the tarot card. Okay, so October comes with be careful, do not take risks. You see, you wanna maybe force a point here, but it may be risky. Now we have a meeting with a stranger, which can be important. We have affairs with your family, and also pay attention to your work. I think you are trying to understand the amount of risk, or like how much, maybe again, how much something is risky. But family affairs, a particular person that you will be handshaking, that, okay, this is like, it can be like a risk. Okay, to get into that, because it may end the journey for us, metaphorically speaking. Here there is also like the due date of something that needs to be seen. This handshake is, to me, feels like there is this due date and you handshake, and from now on you schedule and plan how you will continue in that direction, which is ultimately affect your work, which is ultimately affecting your family relationships. So that you see, oh, it is better for me not to take this risk, but rather through this meeting, let me this process like more planned for me, kind of thing. Why don't we get the Sacred Creators Oracle card there? This can be fantastic, because here actually you are in a creation spot there. You, the muse, you will inspire your situation. You don't have to recall the 9 ancient muses of the ancient mythology, but in the situation you are the one who will inspire your situation with particular attributions you carry. Definitely you have a particular ability here. Sometimes we get inspired from other people's abilities, but here, or you say, wow, this person actualizes that, and this is a great inspiration for me. Here, you do your own creation. It's a good thing. There must be another way you decide on. Do that meeting, do that handshake with that person. Now let's find out the November energy. Virgo. November energy. November energy for Virgo, please. Okay. Wow, 2 of Cups. Lovers and the 2 of Cups. Here there is definitely a relationship matter, and for some of you a marriage or a partnership. Really get that influence from this year. I do feel there is something in your situations ultimately affecting your relationships. So actually the relationship, what you live in your relationships, is not the reason, they are the consequence. But there is a bigger situation first you need to handle. Plenty of material things that you can also achieve through a partnership and problems to be resolved. We have again this discord among friends and family. It's like you are giving the certain decisions and some family member or someone in your usual circle that is like opposing, it's like to your decision, and that's why a person is like disappointing you. Actually your prospects are very good for November. I want to get for the last month the angel guidance, but for this I want to get the angel deck for you. I think you're gonna handle what you go through. Ultimately you will, for you by November the most difficult part will be over. But again, in a situation you cannot make everyone happy. There can be a choice of partner or a person that maybe others are not really, I don't know, like approving or something in that nature. If a new person comes to your life, but some also people may go out, okay? We have also the improving health. Wow, health improving too. So in November, okay, there is also a health situation improving. This is a nice angel message. Let's get the tarot card for December for your last month now. Okay, now December. Now we have the Five of Cups. Oh my God, the card of disappointment again. Let's see. Karma, you will reap what you have sown. Light-hearted, carefree time. Too much concern with sexual matters. Someone going out of your life or end of a situation. Okay, now this Two of Cups, there is here interaction with a person. You are achieving with a person and like 1 month later, they may not be in your life. Here, you're gonna, with a person, is making your conditions to get better. Maybe they are bringing their own blessing. And maybe you are raising voice for them. There are people who do not want them in a particular social setting, but actually you seeing what to trust, what to, not to trust. Some people eliminated, some people stay. But in the Five of Cups, as there is a choice, which is producing karmic result with this person, if this is romantic. Here we have something with the rabbit and light-hearted, carefree time. You are seeing something is not sustainable in the long term with that person. So that's why they getting out of your life. So here, what you are actually starting, this is interesting, from the Four of Cups and ending with Five of Cups. Look, Virgo, here at some Four of Cups, Five of Cups, there will be some opportunities for you. If you do not, there is not much, very much opportunities in your real. So when you have them, use them, okay? But do not limit yourself with a particular mindset. Try to seize the alternatives. Anytime you get into that, there can be obstacles there that you need to overcome and face with the fears and temptations. But whoever, if you compromise your values for a relationship or something that is actually want you to stand with your values, it may disappoint you. But it's in your hands with the minor arcana cards. It's your hands that you may have an influence over this, okay? There can be people who will short term like facilitate a growth, but then they can leave again. So at that times though, do not put the person in pedestal, I would say, okay? Because you got to be flexible, okay? You got to be flexible. I think this year will be a year, rather than the relationships, you're gonna overcome a lot of fear, self-limiting beliefs, and you will realize the real strength in your situation. In July especially, the Phoenix energy is like gonna really strengthen you. If this July month didn't like put you down, like, you know, wipe you, the December will never do any harm for you. July, you got to be really strong with the Chariot energy, okay? Just don't get tempted and run into situations. You just need to go with patience, and like abundance mindset is very important. There is a lot of wisdom you are given after all, okay? This is a year for you in which you can really achieve a lot of respect from people around you. You got to self-worth issues. The year is, again, I was talking about self-love. The year is actually culminating the lesson of self-worth. By December, self-worth bestows a sense of confidence, expectation of success, and ability to love. Decide on clear boundaries and limits, and firmly decline or to let others step over them or manipulate you. You will earn respect. What I was telling. I was talking that you will achieve respect by others. When you value yourself, you become open and friendly, slow to take offense and quick to forgive. Remind yourself that you are likable and lovable. Do not let others press your buttons. Stand tall and confident. Chariot. With true self-worth, you radiate a golden aura which enfolds others and makes them feel good too. This is very important. Ask your angel to step into your aura and guide you. This is like your yearly prayer. Okay, dear Virgo friends. So notice that self-worth, so you won't get the 5 of Cups here in December. This can become a 6 of Cups or a 10 of Cups, okay? The sexual matter here, the tension again with the moon and the devil energy. Rise over your temptations. This is gonna be also very important. Find yourself in the sustainable relationships. At times there will be people who can also leave, but this is like you. This is a year in which you will find a lot of opportunity to improve yourself, and I'm sure your 2023 will be completely different than this. It's like you are actually getting prepared for the new year 2023 in 2022. Finance is something we need to be careful of. Seize the opportunities in the moment. Don't see it some kind of a future reward. Improve health is very important. At the beginning, the opportunities may also come with its challenges, but the lesson here is like to how much you want this. It will also test you in that sense. Be the bridge. To be the bridge energy will be very important. So I didn't see the Hermit. I didn't see the Devil card, I didn't see the Moon card, I didn't see the Chariot card. So these cards actually in a way hidden in all of the months, okay? Thank you so much, Virgo, for tuning in to this extended reading. Hope you get enjoyed. Take the best out of it, leave the rest. It will be on in the channel 1 year long. So at times you can come and if you want, of course, check them monthly. Just some ground perspective for the new year. I will see you in the next readings, Virgos. Thank you so much. Ciao for now.